Hi there, it's Jared Hamilton with the Hamilton Group at Cherry Creek Mortgage. Welcome to another edition of Java with Jared. Today I've got a coffee cup from 7-Eleven because I think they're doing a pretty cool marketing thing which is called 7-Election. So you go get to pick your cup of coffee, pick your color based upon your presidential candidate, and I think that's pretty cool, marketing technique. But I also think it ties in very nicely, which is with what I wanted to talk to you about today, which is how this election might influence interest rates. Before I get into that, though, again, I deliver you this Java with Jared each and every week because I want you guys to be an expert in the minds of your clients on what's going on with interest rates. So that's why I wanted to talk to you about how rates might be affected by the election, but also let you know what happened with the Federal Reserve meeting. I'm coming to you a little bit early this week because my marketing person is going on vacation, but also the Fed met today for their 6-week policy meeting. And that can have an effect on the market, but last time they announced quantitative easing 3, QE3. This time, as expected, really no surprises, and that's purposeful because they don't want to be influencing this election, which is happening in 2 weeks. So everything's status quo. They'll keep buying mortgage-backed securities. They're concerned about the economy, and they'll evaluate going forward. We saw the stock market get hammered over the last couple of days. That didn't translate into any better interest rates, which can sometimes happen, but rates have remained about unchanged from when they started the week. Okay, so here's how this election might influence interest rates. Now, I've been doing this for about 20 years, so this is my 5th election cycle. Everyone's different. They can all have a little bit different influence on the market, but normally what we see have happen is that the year or 6 months preceding an election, rates usually get a little bit better, exemplified by what's going on with the economy. I mean, that can really change things, but they normally have some pressure to get better because the market hates uncertainty. No one really, when we have a contested election, when no one knows who the next president's going to be, the markets don't want to invest heavily into new campaigns or new marketing things. They don't want to deploy their money because they want to wait to see what the tax environment might be, what the policies might be for the next president, and they hate uncertainty. So we normally see interest rates get better, which is what we've seen happen. Now, after we have a president, regardless of who it is, once it's elected, once the president is elected, then we probably will see interest rates suffer a little bit because now the market knows what's going on and they'll deploy capital. So we might see the stock market get a little bit better for a little while, which normally puts pressure on interest rates. But I don't think this is going to be a long-lasted thing. I think that this is going to be pretty temporary. It might be 2 weeks where rates are under pressure, might be a month. But the next thing that's going to be really examined is what's going to happen with this fiscal cliff, and that's really going to then drive interest rates after that. So we might see a little bit of pressure for a short period of time after this election on rates getting a little bit worse, but then after that, goes back to the fundamentals, goes back to what's going on in Europe and what's going to happen with the fiscal cliff, which I'll talk to you about in another edition of Java with Jared. So that's what I think what's going to happen. We'll see if I'm right or not. But hopefully that gives you some stuff to talk to your clients about. If you have any questions, please give me a call. Glad I can be here with you. And remember, go vote. And if you want to go pick up a cup of coffee from 7-Eleven for your presidential candidate, you can go do that as well. So thanks a lot. If ever you have any questions, give us a call and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.